Hello and welcome back to Mega Man Xtreme 2. Last time we took care of Zero's mode. But there's more, because unlike this game, you actually have to be, you actually have to beat Xtreme mode to get everything, see everything in this game. Let's do that. Same dialogue. This time we can switch freely. We start with select. We start with character select. I'm curious, hold on. There's an achievement for beating any boss without taking damage in extreme mode. I wonder if this one counts. Hello? Hello? Oh yeah, I can see you.
It's working? Is this on?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh sweet, cool. Figured why not. Good, it's okay, so might as well try.
Man, we haven't talked in a long time. Feels like 10,000 years.
It has been... It has been a long while, yeah. Pandemic hasn't helped. That hasn't helped. Yeah, so like, if you wanted to talk about E3, I don't know.
Yes, let's talk about the Electronic 3. Although there's not really much to talk about. Or at least for the for the non-Nintendo portion.
I definitely heard. I never actually watched any of the other streams. I heard there was a fridge. I know there was a fridge.
Yeah, I missed it Me and Green missed it, but apparently right at the end of the Microsoft conference, they announced an Xbox Series X mini fridge. Can't believe
I wouldn't
missed
mind
that.
it.
It looks nice.
I mean,
it looks like an
probably
Xbox
cost,
Series X, but it's a mini fridge. There's not much to it.
It'll probably cost like 200 quid or something.
I think it was like around that price, US.
Of course. Still, Nintendo at least crushed it.
Yeah, shocking surprise.
Yeah, I went off for Dread. Dread was all I needed.
Yeah.
Really.
That looks great. Everything looked great. Even the stuff that I didn't care about looked great.
Yeah, like Breath of the Wild, did you say?
I mean Breath of the Wild. I didn't say Breath of the Wild. I didn't say Breath of the Wild. I wasn't interested in, but yeah, Breath of the Wild looks great. I'm more about like the Danganronpa stuff. Like, yeah, I don't really care about the stuff, but it looks great. And they're making that RPG mode even more So Green will have to suffer through that probably.
I was pretty surprised to see it. Tokameda on Switch.
I mean, I think that was kind of inevitable. I think there's been rumors circulating for years that that's coming to Switch, but yeah, it makes sense given they're finally doing the mobile ports, bring those over to console, and I assume that those will come to PC at some point.
I was a bit scared you were going to say rumors were circulating for Nagito and Smash.
No, there are no real Smash rumors. Nothing is real for Smash anymore. It's impossible to predict.
Yeah, when was the last time? I think it was literally Hero?
Yeah, I think Hero and Banjo got or at least Hero. I don't remember Banjo, but I definitely remember Hero being heavily rumored, and then that coming true soon after. I don't think Banjo. Maybe.
I did hear someone once say Banjo was leaked, but I never saw that.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Definitely remember Hero.
Yeah, and Teddy was leaked by Nintendo himself. Everything else a big surprise.
Although I guess it wasn't Terry, it was just the next character will be an SNK character, because all it was that the copyright information was added to, I think, the Fighter's Pass. But no, actually, and that's what they did. It's like, and the next character is a SNK character. Goodbye, good night, everyone. Because it's just like, yes, we're confirming it's an SNK character, but we're not saying which one. Which, like I said, even with like that, just because it's an SNK character does not narrow it down. Too many characters.
I mean, it's kind of like saying, we're not saying it's Mario, but the next character will be Nintendo.
It could have been like, I could have easily seen it being Kyo or Geese or any number of SNK characters. Terry is the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah, he's like the main guy. Yeah. I think. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I would. Terry, it's either Fatal Fury or it's Art of Fighting. That's the first like big Neo Geo fighting game that SNK made. I think it was Fatal Fury. Sorry, I'm dying.
You're dying?
I'm used to it. I guess we'll go in order again. Now let's do a reverse order. Let's start with Blast Hornet.
Is there anything actually like different about this?
Most of the stages are either shorter, but for the most part they're the same. Although I don't really remember much about some of like the X3 stages like Blast Hornet. Overdrive Ostrich I remember. That one's a lot shorter. It's even more frustrating somehow.
Isn't Xtreme? I mean, when you said Extreme mode, I figured that would mean it's a harder mode.
I mean, you saw hard mode in Xtreme 1, and it wasn't exactly. I mean, it's more just here's the complete package, because it is all it is the Robot Masters you fight with Zero and X, and all the power-ups are there for everyone to grab. So I don't know if it's harder per se, but it is more. Xtreme 1's the same way, but Xtreme 1's Extreme mode doesn't end the way. Like, let's just say that there's a certain character that we haven't seen that we will be fighting at the end of Extreme mode. If you didn't see the Extreme 2 stuff, if you saw the Extreme 2 stuff.
Yeah, like I've heard of easy modes making stages shorter, but this is this just like kind of different? I've never really had something like that.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of there to extend the length of the game, because this is like Game Boy Color era, like Pokemon and more grander RPGs are coming to Game Boy. So you gotta fill up that space somehow.
This is like probably one of the biggest blind spots for me in Mega Man. I've never really
I definitely played through Xtreme 1 and 2 during like the I'm just gonna see like stuff on the emulator stuff, but I haven't really played the Game Boy one, the Game Boy Mega Mans 1 through 5, the Roman numeral ones. I somehow lives, don't question it.
It works.
I mean, it helps that I am more of an X fan than the classic series, so of course I ended up playing through these. And I played through. I started Command Mission, but then that game got too you have to get a lot of levels in that game to properly beat it, and it got boring. Command Mission is the RPG on a. I think it's just on most of the consoles, but I ended up usually playing it. I have the GameCube copy.
Yeah, I know that one. I've never seen it. I've never actually played many X games myself.
I mean, the X collections are right there, so.
Yeah, I actually have. I've got both of them. I just find them too hard for some reason.
Yeah, I like X, but it is it requires more precision than the originals, which I guess is kind of more why I like it, because it's a lot more it's a bit more aggressive in a way, because you have to dash around things and be more active in dodging stuff. Whereas in a lot of especially the later Mega Man games, it's a lot of just jump. It's jump, slide. Unironic.
You are fair. Although that said, I never actually played 8. I just never got around to that one.
Mega Man 8's a weird one, because I think I explained. It's one of the it tries to make all of the powers useful, outside of combat, but doesn't really do a good job at it. So say there'll be like what Powered Up did. So there'll be objects that you can use Flash Grenade, or there's Thunderclaw, which you can use to grapple onto things. But it never really works well.
It's one of those things where it's like the Ice Arrow in Ocarina of Time. It's nice, but thanks, I guess.
I mean, the Ice Arrow gets way more use in Majora with the platform.
Something I like about Majora so much is just
everything
how it takes everything and just rejigs it, makes it useful. I love that game so much.
But the masks are a different story.
No, I love that.
Giants, I mean, to be fair, you get the Giants mask right before the end, so what other use is it gonna have? Try that without. I'm trying to do this in a weird, because I'm trying to do, one of my goals I want to do the 0 stages with X, and the X stages with 0 to see how different they feel, and Blast Tornado was a 0 stage. Oh, this isn't the end of the this isn't the end of the stage, right? Gotta shoot the...
Also, this mode lets you do, either character, but usually you're locked.
You can switch on the fly. Like this. You just can't be in damage, you just can't be in invincibility. It might be easier to take out this guy with 0. I'm gonna do this the hard way. And I tried to... It's because I lost all my lives, so I was trying too hard to see if there's an achievement, retro achievement for beating a boss without taking damage. I thought, oh, this one will count. Of course it didn't. Of course the first boss in the game that, gets stunned every time you glare at it wouldn't count. The thing I don't like about this is that the parts are, I think, from what I've read, they are randomized when they show up. So sometimes you might not get a good power up at all, or a good part at all during your run, and that's kind of frustrating. But what are you gonna do? That's something else that, for the Xtreme 1 comparing to Xtreme 2, is that you can set dash to the start button which helps a lot because I'm so glad in the X collection you can rebind it so you have dash on a button. Because having to do platforming without having dash on a button is a nightmare.
Yeah, like I don't really play much X, but I have played all the Zeros and ZX.
Oh yeah, Zero. Yeah, those are also. Those do the ports for the Zero ZX collection does have remappable controls. At least I think for the Zero games. I don't remember if ZX or ZX Advent does.
Yeah, I definitely know you do because I use that a lot. I just couldn't stand. I forgot what it was. I think it was like one of the attack buttons.
Yeah, I
just didn't like.
I always set the right bumper to the R1 right bumper, whatever, to dash because it's just like right there under. It's like my hand always has a finger right on the R1 button, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. I always do that. I just always like having it set to R or L.
Works too. I'm definitely paying attention. But it's fine. E3. We were talking about E3. I mean, let's talk about the Tekken-sized elephant in the room. Let's talk about Kazuya Mishima coming to Smash Bros. And
Sure.
10-hit comboing everyone.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah. Tekken is a. I mean, do you know? Have you seen Tekken?
I know about Tekken. I know it's in Kamen Rider a lot.
Yeah, because that's like his name for band. Oh, I guess because his name code.
I know his dad is in everything.
Yeah, Hikachi. Tekken, like, look, like, as someone who's played at least Tekken 7, and Tekken, and that's not true, I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the Wii U, which has the Nintendo costumes. He looks very authentic. He's got, like, short hops and, like, quick dashes, and he's got a lot of the kit that you would see in Tekken, which means he's gonna be a very, like, he will be able to get out of someone's way very quickly if you play play him properly.
Yeah, because like Ryu and Terry are pretty much just what they're like in their original games, right?
Right.
They're just exactly the same.
I
think that'll be the case for him. But I've also heard that Tekken is a 3D fighter.
Yeah, that's gonna be the weird part. Is like, how are they? Like, I mean, you kind of see it. Like, that's why he's moving around so much. Is that Tekken's a 3D fighter? So in order to properly dodge things, you don't just block, you dodge. So that's gonna be interesting to see what they. I mean, they might give him a spot dodge. Like, I think Ryu has one. One of the characters has. You know what? Terry does. Terry has the spot dodge. Has a better spot dodge than most characters. So they might give him something like that. And he's got the crouch dashing as well. That they showed in like the move preview.
Oh god, can you imagine if they give him a Bayonetta's spot dodge that Mitra also got?
God, I don't think he'll get that. But it also looks like, looking at the rest of his kit, I'm wondering if he even has, like, the amount of moves they show him having. I'm wondering if he even has specials, or like, will he be able to if you're doing like your punch stuff, will just be like a combo button, like, because it does look like he does have some specials, like he had the Devil Beam and he had some other stuff, but I'm wondering if he'll even have like normal specials.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that even when it comes to these fighting game characters, they still try to make it accessible.
Yeah.
So like doing the actual combos will make it stronger, but you can still do a Hadouken. So I really gotta wonder how they're gonna pull it off here, because he's got so much stuff.
Like, because Tekken's not really a game of complex inputs, it's more of like press the buttons in the right order. There's not gonna be that many difficult inputs to do with him, because there won't need to be.
That's interesting. I might make it easier then.
Yeah.
It is kind of a funny situation for me though, because they announced the stream is on the 28th, right?
Right.
And that would be good for me because I'm off work that day, right? I got that day off. But the reason I've got that day off it's because it's the day after my vaccine.
Oof.
So I am just gonna be knocked the fuck out.
Have fun with that. I mean, like, it affects different people differently. I managed to get off scot-free when I got my second shot. Like, I was feeling just fine. It was weird. I was extremely confused, but I felt just fine.
You're definitely the first person I've heard say that. Everyone else is like, I just feel so
I'm dying, cold. I feel like I have cold. I feel like I have a cold. Like, fine. It's weird. Send help. Or don't send help. I guess.
That's even scarier, actually, because I was going to ask people how exactly it feels, but you're saying it's different for everyone.
Yeah, that's the general I've heard. That's the general thing I've heard, is that it's different for everyone.
Oh, I love that. I'm in for a great surprise then.
You'll never know what you get.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, back to Kazuya. So other stuff that I noticed with him, he's got his. So I should explain like why he was glowing red when he got hit so many times. So that is a rage drive. It's a Tekken 7 thing where if you take it's like Terry's thing where if you take enough damage, you can. I think it either you get two things. You get your rage art, which is his final smash, so he's not getting that. But you also get a Rage Drive, which is that slam move you saw, which is usually a very powerful move that's a lot easier to combo into. So that's gonna be interesting.
He's also got that comeback mechanic.
Yeah, that's the red thing I was talking about, the rage mode.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it. I think it might increase damage as well, but I definitely remember that you get the Rage Drive stuff. There must have not been a checkpoint between where I was and...
Yeah. The other thing I noticed is that his grab seems to be an attack.
Yeah, his grabs look a lot more cinematic than... Because they look like they're from Tekken, because they're a lot more cinematic, which means I'm wondering if, much like Tekken, you can tech out of those grabs. You can escape those grabs while they're happening, rather than... you're grabbed and that's it.
Yeah, but like a big theme of a lot of the Fighter 2, a lot of the Fighter Pass 2 fighters is that like they all kind of break how something usually works.
Yeah.
So maybe this will be it for him. He just doesn't use normal grabs. He's just an asshole.
I mean, if you know the lore, then yeah, I mean, he's just an asshole in general. He throws people off cliffs. I speak English. He throws people off cliffs. I mean, he's kind of not exactly a good person.
Oh, he definitely gave me that impression. I mean, isn't his dad the main bad guy?
Yeah, Heihachi's usually... Heihachi was, and then Jin was, and then it just turned into some family ridiculousness by I don't know. I haven't actually played through the story mode in Tekken 7, which I'm like talking with Green. She doesn't know what she's like. She's got a lot of options now because she's got a PS3, so she has access to most of the Tekken games. And then there's also the fact that her computer's going a bit crazy. So I'm worried that if she tries to do Tekken 7, that something will explode. That game is a heavy game in terms of processing power. Like, I remember when I played it on my computer, it took like ages to load a proper match. I'm not doing well today. But this is supposed to be a nice relaxing stream, so it's fine if I'm not doing that well today.
Yeah.
Also because I'm trying stages that like shouldn't be done with. I'm trying stages with characters that like I'm doing Playman with stage with Zero. Zero didn't have this stage. Because I want to see, like, because I was having some issues. Some of the stages, because Zero's not a fully playable character until full X4, but some of these stages do not feel like they're properly designed for Zero, and I'm wondering if there are better stages in X's half. And so far, I'm not seeing it.
I was gonna say, I haven't played much of X, but when I bought Play Mammoth, I definitely appreciated that I got to fight him at a distance. He doesn't seem fun to fight with a sword.
That's gonna be interesting, yeah. Also, fireballs do. Generally remember the fireball, so I am doing a great job with this game.
I really love gameplay where you just have to wait and not do anything. It's so fun.
Oh yes, this game has the also the Game Boy problem of stuff that's just off screen that will instantly kill you, and you don't know until it's too late. And it's also just like an early 2D platformer problem in general, but especially the stuff especially happened on Game Boy. Strangely enough, a lot with Mega Man stuff too, because I remember the GBA port of Mega Man Base had a lot of that issue too, because the screen was crunched up because it was a port of an SNES game.
Oh, I love the 90s. So good. Wait, we got it.
No, there was more. I don't remember those fireballs. I must have gone through this. You know what? I think by the time I got to play Mammoth, I had most of X's armor, so I don't remember it.
You know, I know you're not really using rewind, but I think you should allow yourself to.
Can't. I have retro achievements up and on, and I can't do rewind. As much as I could, as much as I would like to, I want to try. I mean, hey, it means that I like actually get good at these games.
True. Although, like, yeah, that's a shame. I use rewind like liberally.
Yeah. When I can, I will, but I'm not in this case, so I'll be fine. Cool.
What are you even supposed to do there?
Wait. Guessing. Is this the? Ooh, whoa. Yeah, this is where this is. Alright.
There's guys down here.
Yeah, cause I don't know why that's there. Cause normally how you get that in X1 is you beat Chill Penguin first, and all of the lava freezes. So that's how you're supposed to easily get that one. But cause Chill Penguin's not even in this one, I don't know why that's still there.
And you just have the damage boost.
Yep. So I got it.
I gotta be honest, like I wouldn't have got that because it's a Mega Man game. And I've been conditioned to think, oh, lava.
Yeah, the amount of things that's like, oh, this doesn't kill you, but this does. Like these fireballs, that's weird that these kill me instantly. But the lava doesn't.
I was gonna say, that's like the complete opposite from how it's supposed to work. Okay. Is this basically just like exactly just the Flame Mammoth stage from X1?
Yeah, it's just a lot smaller, yeah. But yeah, a lot of these try and keep, like, I think the one that deviates the most is Overdrive Ostrich, but that's because that stage is like mostly a driving stage. It is a vehicle stage mainly. So they had to deviate because then the game would be dying if it wasn't. Yes. Oh. No, I couldn't have gotten it anyway because I don't have anything that breaks blocks. Can't even properly deal with these enemies with zero because they're just... Yeah, like that's another problem. It's like a lot of these enemies are like, you are gonna take a hit if you're playing a zero. There were a couple of the missile dudes in, I want to say, Tunnel Rhino stage. There's the missile dudes that shoot out the two missiles. But the missiles actually... Oops. And I got... I feel like I regret my decision of being clever. Too late now. I mean, I guess it's not too late, but...
I swear to God that guy's a Mega Man 7 enemy. The one with the mace.
Well, it's a variant on the Sniper Joe, because those are always in all the games.
Oh boy, finally happened. Look, he's a lot smaller. He's tiny.
Yes, he's no taller than Zero. Also, this is actually a lot easier with the. Also, it's weird because you would have thought that you would have thought that slicing at him would have chopped off the trunk, but it didn't.
Yeah, but isn't that what the boomerang does?
Yeah, you use, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Just absolutely destroyed them.
Got the fire
So
away.
worried, honestly.
Nah, that's how the video game works. Buy anything good? Let's start playing these.
So is that half of them done?
We'd never actually beat. We got to Blast Hornet, but we didn't actually beat him. Let's do that one next.
Oh, you
then.
only beat one. Right.
Look, E3 is I'm trying to think of something clever to say, but I can't. Shock and surprise. Let's see.
It's depressing.
I did not
It
expect
wasn't.
E3. Like, there were some things that I expected, and even that was like, it's definitely one of those years that makes me realize, yeah, E3 needs to die. Like, there's no salvaging this. Especially because if you were watching the E3 Twitch, like E3's own Twitch feed, that was like a crapshoot. If you were watching yesterday's, like me and Green, like most of yesterday's stuff was nothing content. Like the Take-Two thing was like a panel about diversity, which that's good, but like why is this multi-million-dollar company acting like they care about diversity? Then there was the company that's making a game with NFTs in it. So that was a big no. Oh, you know what? That time was already gone. What was that? There was a couple good stuff, some indie stuff that was showing off that looked neat. Capcom literally showed everything they promised they would, which was they talked about Resident Evil 8, as in they said, hey, thank you for buying Resident Evil 8, we're doing new DLC, I guess. They talked about the 2 Monster Hunters, which...
Yeah, like, didn't they say... Wasn't it literally like there's one DLC thing for Monster Hunter, and that's the only new thing, and they didn't even show it?
They showed off, like, they showed off some footage for the Pokemon one. I'm just gonna call it the Pokemon one, because it is just, watching that gameplay footage during 3 outside, it's like, wow, this is just Pokemon Monster Hunter.
And then, like, Capcom looked like to be the worst one, and then Bandai Namco.
I did not watch Bandai Namco because I had a feeling I was going to be disappointed again. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to sit here and read Power Rangers. Which I've read all of that. I've read all of that now. I read all of the volumes and the first 2 issues of Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers.
I've been watching Amazon's, so that's...
Oh, how far are you? Are you still on season 1?
Yeah, I only started at the other night on the 11th, 12th, I think.
That show is fun, but it is also incredibly dark, and not just in the violent way. And like it's gonna get like sad.
Yeah, it is made for like 18 and up, obviously.
The concept, like I think my favorite part of that show is the action though, because like it's like from the little I've seen of like the fighting scenes in Amazon, like the original, it's like that, like amped up. Like there's a specific fight scene that's like, yes, that is probably one of my favorite fight scenes. I think you might have like you might have seen gifs of it, like the one on the roof. The fight scene on the roof is amazing against the anti-Amazon.
Yeah, I've now gotten through 6 episodes. So it's left off at, God, what is it?
That would have probably, I think that's when they start talking about the Tizzlog stuff.
It's when Jin has just escaped.
Right, yeah, so you're getting close to, like, the Tizzlog, they're starting to talk about the Tizzlog brain or whatever it's called. The big project that they're working on, that's I've complained about season 2 enough, but like season 2 does have some good moments. It's just a lot of wasted potential.
I have never heard anyone say a good word about season 2. That thing is like on par with Hibiki. Season 2. Like,
but yeah, it's just a lot of wasted potential, and you'll like, I won't say too much, but it's just a lot of wasted potential is my biggest complaint of it.
I mean, I will admit, like, one of the reasons I'm deciding to watch Amazon's now is because I'm going through all of Showa.
Right.
And eventually I'm going to get to an Amazon rewatch. And I don't want... I don't want to do this before then, because I don't want Amazon Season 2 to be the last Amazon thing I see.
Fair enough!
You know?
I'm about to start, I just finished Hibiki, and I'm about to start Skyrider, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
Skyrider 4.
Speaking of another show that got suddenly changed in the middle of it, because it was originally like it was supposed to be like a soft reboot of the series, and it's like, no, not anymore.
Yeah, I heard that actually makes it get worse. I've barely heard anything about Skyrider.
I've barely heard anything about Skyrider. It's just like, that suit is cool, and he flies around and crashes through walls.
Well, calling that suit cool is... It's kind of on the path most people say.
I mean,
I don't mind it, but...
Yeah, it's a bit like it looks a bit odd. It does look a bit odd, but I was more talking about like the fact that like he flies around, and I like the powers that he has is neat. Like same way with like Super 1, although I really like the Super 1 suit as well.
Yeah, that's like my one hope that they pull it off well, because 1979. If they can pull it off, they can pull it off. If they don't, oh dear. Oh, be right back, sorry.
Fighting the bee again. No, the hornet, because it's Blast Hornet. I keep calling it a bee. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this fight is definitely a lot easier with Zero, because he can just rip through them, whereas Xtreme gotta be a lot more careful. But I want to do this weirdly. Honestly, I think the main strategy is probably not to be on the walls. Because it's not like the smaller bees can hit me. Might be boss I could no damage list, but not right now. I wasted enough time. I guess wasting's not right. Wasted's the wrong word. That was... a lot of time has passed. Wasted implies that this wasn't a fun conversation, which it was. Also, I forgot the last checkpoint was here. Get some more help before I move on. Also, I didn't grab that help. Could have used that, but I didn't. Oh, I didn't even recognize the name of that game. I'm looking at Twitter and seeing what they talked about, what Bandai Namco talked about. I thought they were gonna talk about Scarlet Nexus. But they didn't even talk about that. Talked about the House of Ashes, whatever that is. Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, well,
I was just because I was looking at Twitter for a brief second and I see that Bandai Namco's trending, and I didn't even realize like what they talked about is a game I didn't even recognize. I thought they were going to talk about like Scarlet Nexus or Tales of Arise. They talked about a game called House of Ashes, which I don't even recognize, which is not a good sign.
yeah,
I don't recognize the name of your new game.
and it was for 5 minutes, and that's it. That was the stream.
Well, good thing Green decided that she was taking a break from E3 today.
Yeah, didn't really miss much. Well, I mean, missed the only stream worth anything, but aside from that...
She had important stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, like the other thing about Kazuya that I am looking forward to a lot, aside from the music, the stage.
Yeah.
The stage looks
The
really
stage
good.
looks amazing. I always liked that stage in Tekken. And it looks like, I assume much like its Tekken version, it's gonna have breakable walls. Because a lot of stages in Tekken either have breakable walls, or floors, or both. And I asked my brother, like, hey, is this one of the stages with breakable floors? And he said, no, this is one of the ones that just has the walls, which they show in the trailer. Because he literally, because Kazuya kills Captain Falcon. Oh crap!
It basically looks like Terry's stage, but smaller, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted another stage like that.
And I assume like once those walls, like a Tekken match, like Tekken, once those walls break, they're gone for the rest of the match.
Alright, that's interesting.
Yeah, but those walls can also, like, if it's also like Tekken, those walls will be used for combos. Because there are a lot of, like, you hit someone against a wall, that leaves them even more open.
I already had someone say that, Kazuya's probably gonna break Ken's, oh god, what is it? Ken's record of combo strings?
Yeah, he's got his 10 hit. Like every character in Tekken has a 10-hit combo, and they're keeping that into Street Fighter, or they're keeping that into Smash Bros. And I was surprised seeing him do his 10-hit combo. Because that's a cool move. That's the one. That's the thing that he does on Captain Falcon. That's his 10 hits. Every character.
Oh my god.
Every character in Tekken has one. Because it's like it's a staple.
Oh, this sounds like something that's gonna be the most fun thing in the world to pull off, and the most annoying thing to
Yeah, they
again.
usually are. I don't think I've ever even pulled off a 10-hit combo with characters I know how to play.
Oh god. I know that like Mithra is very fun for me. No one else finds it particularly fun with a player.
I mean, I'm still playing Terry, so... I mean, when I play Smash Bros, I'm still like, I have to get out the Pro Controller because that's the only way I can play Terry properly, because doing inputs on Joy-Cons is an awful experience. Doing fighting inputs on Joy-Cons hurts my hands. I have to grab the Joy-Con, I have to get the Controller Plus.
I weirdly don't actually have a Pro Controller. I keep getting recommended it, but I just like the Joy-Cons. I don't know what to say. I'm just weird sometimes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I used to play Splatoon with handheld with the Joy-Cons removed from the Switch because that felt better. Because I could aim with one hand and like move with the other. Now, that's weird. That's a weird playstyle.
Well, not a lot weirder than.
It's not necessarily. Oh yeah, it's no weirder than like playing the Pro Controller with the Wiimote strapped to it back in the Splatoon 1 days.
It was just so stupid. I love that that's what they recommended. It's the only way to play.
How do you use this? Oh, you just use some twist ties and you tie it to your.
And that's the recommended way to play.
I mean, to be fair, they also recommend you play Smash Bros. Brawl with the Wiimote sideways, and no one did that.
Well, I might have.
I'm not judging, I was just pointing out that it was a weird playstyle. I don't judge about weird plays.
Yeah, I actually have a friend who prefers it. Like,
Each their own.
and it's just like every time, oh my gosh, okay, you do
I
your
mean,
thing.
I always use a GameCube controller for Brawl, because that's what I was used to.
Yeah, but I tended to go GameCube for the Smash. Like,
It was also the fact
Like
that I didn't
back
have a
in
Pro controller, so I had to use a GameCube controller.
back in the Wii U, I got like a special Core controller. It was basically a GameCube controller that connected to the Wii remote.
Yeah,
So
I have a
that
couple
is a
of those
classic
too,
controller.
because I got them on
Yeah.
sale. I got like a Luigi one and a Wario one. I think a couple others.
Yeah, that's
But they
cool.
look like they don't feel like GameCube controllers, but they look and act like them.
Yeah, like
They're a bit more
instead of a
clicky.
spring in the triggers, they've got like a button. And I always found that interesting. I actually got used to it, and that made it hard to adjust to a normal one.
Probably talking about more than just Smash Bros. Let's see, going down the list from the top of my head. And there was the first, like, hey, here's a bunch of quick stuff. They showed Guardians. From what I've heard, that might be a cloud version. Is at least a cloud version in Japan. That version of Guardians that they had on Switch.
Yeah, they confirmed it's cloud. I don't know what it means.
If it's anything like Hitman or Control, that means it'll be like a subscription sort of thing, where you pay like it's like streaming, where you're streaming it to your Switch essentially.
Are you kidding me? You have to keep paying to play it.
I think it's not. I think it might be a one-time purchase. I don't remember. I think one of them was definitely. Because Capcom's been doing that for a while too. With I think RE7. RE7's the one that has the. It's mostly in Japan though, because that makes sense. Because it'd probably be easier to have that one there, have that there.
God, that sounds like the most
Weird.
annoying thing.
Yeah, it probably doesn't work well in any place other than Japan.
I miss when you could just buy games.
Yeah, I mean, I say that, but I have a subscription to Game Pass. Which, I mean, I enjoy Game Pass, but I enjoy Game Pass because there's a bajillion games on it, not because it's like playing through Dragon Quest right now, very slowly.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. Like I've got the NSO, the NES. I haven't played one of those in ages actually.
Yeah, the last thing I played was Mario 3 with the green, and I haven't played anything else. I started Breath of Fire, then I got distracted by a bajillion other RPGs on the Switch. There's a lot of RPGs on the Switch. Then help. Okay, I can't tell you.
They haven't added Earthbound.
Yeah, like the amount, like the only RPGs the Switch Online library are Breath of Fire 1 and 2. It's weird.
Yeah, no one knows those guys, so they just not getting in the way of anything.
I really thought they. I mean, I guess they said they were gonna focus more on software, so I don't think that was. I don't think we would have seen like, hey, we're adding GameCube. That's gonna be something that is in E3.
God, I would love it. I would just love if they announced a GameCube collection. That's all I need.
I like speaking of collections. I do appreciate their honesty during the Zelda Summit. Like, we can't really do much this year for the anniversary because of the pandemic. I do appreciate the honesty in that. Although that Game & Watch does look, that Game & Watch looks a lot better than the Mario one. It's got more than one game.
I definitely appreciate the honesty. I did find it a bit funny though when they just outright said, "Yeah, we're not planning anything else. Here's a Game & Watch."
I mean, I think it's still fine. Like, I was worried that was gonna be like a scalper haven. I think you can still find the Mario Game & Watch if you want it. If you need a different port, if you need a thing that only plays Mario, although I think it also plays Mario 2. The Mario boss levels, not USA.
If you need the 10 billionth thing to play Mario 1, At this point, they should just pack in Mario 1 for free with any console, just like Wii Sports. Just at this point, everyone's got.
I've got. You know what's funny is I've got at least 2 actual NES copies of Mario 1, because they're both. Cause we got one from a little box thingy, and we got my brother when he bought an NES, it came with Mario and Duck Hunt. Because it came with the Zapper as well.
Yeah, that was like way back in the 80s. I remember playing Duck Hunt 1. It's a very vague memory. It was at like some party and they'd set it up in a big huge projector. It was great. I just had a good time with that.
What else? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Dragon Ball Kakarot with the first 2 DLCs coming to Switch. That game not look like it ran well on Switch. I mean, they're trying, but like, at least it's not a 2, but like a 2 input intensive game. So it's like, fine, I guess.
It looks like a fun button masher. I know it existed before.
From what I've heard, it's pretty authentic. So it plays fine, but it's not exactly deep. Like most Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's alright. It's a good time. Sometimes it's all something it needs to be.
Could be. And then yeah, I thought this was already announced, but I guess it wasn't. The Life is Strange Remastered Collection as well as the sequel are both coming to Switch.
Yeah, it was that they were announced earlier in E3, but this was their announcement for Switch.
Right.
I think.
I mean, they'd announced the True Colors and the remastered were announced. I think that the Square Enix presents the last Square Enix presents before the E3 one. But yeah, I thought that like much like the Final Fantasy things that were announced at the Square Enix conference, it's like I figured those were already on Switch. I honestly thought we were gonna see those Final Fantasy, the Pixel remasters on here too, where they were gonna announce, hey, it's coming to Switch. So that feels like an obvious move.
I heard people were not happy with Square Enix's one.
I mean, I think people weren't happy because they were expecting Final Fantasy 16. I wasn't expecting Final Fantasy 16.
From what I heard, people weren't happy because it was like all marble for half an hour.
There was a deep dive into Guardians, which Guardians was fun, but like people understandably don't trust Square Enix after Avengers.
I just think a lot of people are like tired of like all the Marvel games.
Yeah, but with the exception of Avengers, they've all been pretty good. Spider-Man and Ultimate Alliance 3, and I definitely have a bit of a bias on Ultimate Alliance 3, but
yeah, I feel like Ultimate Alliance wasn't like particularly popular.
I mean, it's a generic beat 'em up, but that's why I like those games. How am I supposed to deal with that? I don't think this. I mean, this boss is obviously. I might have to switch stages.
Yeah, I'm just like staring at it and I'm trying to figure out how to figure out which pattern he's gonna do. But he's gonna dive straight at you.
I assume once he gets to half health, he switches the sting attack where he chases across the screen. But that, like, I think I'm gonna need. If I want to do this with X, I'm gonna need the air dash. Which I don't have right now, because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to probably get over him with ease, because Zero starts with the air dash for some reason.
You might just like have to cling to the wall. It'd make it a lot slower.
He goes up the wall though, which is the issue. So I think they expect you to use Zero's air dash.
Right.
Which means I gotta go get the boots. Where's the boots? Boots are Gold Catfish. Alright, I hated this stage. But I'll do it. This stage is another one that's just like random instant kills. Alright, so let's see. Continuing, then I think it was Metroid Dread, which I can't believe Metroid Dread is real. That is amazing. After years of like, after years of seeing like the Metroid, not necessarily rumors, but like, oh, there was actually might have been partially rumors, but like, oh, there was Metroid Dread and it was a canceled something or other. And seeing an actual game titled Metroid Dread, seeing an actual game that takes place after Fusion as well.
Yeah, that is wild. Just completely new part in the timeline. I'm just so in love with it. Every single thing about it, like, God, they're actually making it. They're
and
actually
it looks like
making
it's got a lot of the stuff that Fusion and even Return of Samus. I think from what I've heard, Mercury's team, who made Return of Samus, they are working on this, which makes sense. Return of Samus was amazing.
Yeah, like honestly, I was just expecting to not see anything Metroid this time around. I figured we wouldn't see any Metroid Prime 4, and I was right.
I mean, yeah,
but, like,
even they admit it's like, we're still working on this game, but we do have something else. That's sort of what happened with, I mean, that's happened twice now with Metroid Prime 4, thinking about it, because Return of Samus also had the same situation, where it's like, yeah, we're still working on this Metroid game, but here's something else.
Honestly, like, when they said something else, I was expecting a Prime trilogy, and I would have loved that,
sense,
but a new game like this, just so much better. I'm so much happier.
Good. And also, it's also got amiibo, just like Return of Samus.
Yeah, I looked at what they do. They do basically the same thing as the Return of Samus ones, just like an extra. Yeah. Oh no, not even the mode. It's just an extra E-tank and an extra missile tank. That's all.
Yeah, didn't one of those amiibo activate like a super hard like fusion mode for Return of Samus?
Yeah.
I think some people were mad about that because understandably you're locking a mode behind a toy.
Yeah, I mean it's essentially like DLC. You basically just have to pay the $25 or whatever it was for the 2-pack just to unlock that one mode. Boiling it down, you do get a neat figure, but you know. So like I was happy to see that these amiibo didn't have anything important. Yeah. You know, it just makes it a little easier.
Did you end up watching some of the Treehouse stuff?
Nah, I always skip that stuff.
I watch it. I like watching it just because I like say, hey, there's more game. The Metroid Dread looks like a better version of Return of Samus, which makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. I'm loving every clip and gif I'm seeing of it. Just like all the mechanical stuff, how a suit works. Her new suit
looks amazing.
Love it. God, it's like another design that makes me wish Smash would do DLC skins. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll probably get like we might get a Spirit of Samus in this suit, but that's about it. And what are the robots called again? Those things were scary.
Emmys, I think.
Yeah, those things were frightening. Those things definitely remind me of the SRX, which they're supposed to.
Yeah, did you hear actually? They're actually reusing the SAX's AI for them.
Oh, I didn't hear that plot detail. That makes a lot of sense.
No, it's not plot. It's actually the literal AI, the game's programming.
Oh, you mean like in the game? Yeah, that makes sense. Looking at how they acted, yeah, that makes sense.
How are you supposed to get that?
I got it before with X, but I think it was a lot faster. There's a similar heart container in Flamestack stage in X2, where it's in an area where lava's slowly rising, and most of the time people die while getting it, but you still keep it, so it's fine.
That reminds me of that one sub-tank in the first ZX. You just have to race against lava to get it, and it is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, a lot of it. There are a few get this thing while you're being chased sort of stuff that happens. Like there's one in X1. There's at least one in every X game, because X1 has the sub-tank, an armored armadillo, where you have to beat up this little drill tank thing before it removes the walls and let you jump up there.
It's so stressful. And like, it doesn't help that it's optional, because like it is optional. I don't need it. But one, I kind of need all the help you get.
Yeah, in X1 in X1 you kind of need all the heart tanks at least. That game will this game is not afraid to kick your butt.
See if this guy's as easy.
Yeah, Bolt Catfish is. I definitely remember struggling with Bolt Catfish with X, and I might have some trouble with Zero as well because all this guy really doesn't jump around.
Just flop around.
Yeah. His attack though, I had trouble. Dude, do I have his weakness?
Oh, God,
yeah, that thunder move that you saw, like the tail end, that was hard to dodge.
Literally 2 hits. Literally 2 hits.
Yeah, that happens. I will have to see what Fire Wave does because this isn't a Busterless only, and I already did that. Actually, I don't know why I did. Yeah, no, I definitely did. Because it was for retro achievements, right? And I like doing Busterless only runs. What does this do? Is this? Let's find out. Is this just his Shoryuken? Something else? Also, what is it? It's not. Nope. No. Oh, this move. Okay, yeah, I recognize this move. He has it. He doesn't get it right. He definitely has a similar move though. Yeah, this move right here is very hard to dodge. I'll try and actually beat him. I definitely like my idea of going through these stages with the opposite character. This doesn't mean that this is easy. Because, like I said, these feel like they're not meant for... Most of these don't feel like they're meant for Zero to begin with. But some of the bosses don't feel like they're for X, like Last Hornet. But that's enough rambling. Mario Party... For stars.
It's cool.
It looks better than Top 100.
It's basically a remaster of like Party 64, but
yeah,
without saying
they've said 5 courses from the classic games, and then 100 mini games. Which I'm wondering. They showed Peach's Birthday Cake, and they showed Spaceland from 2. And the box art has, I think, a stage from 3 on it. 3? I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I'm wondering what the other stages are. I'd like to see Eternal Star. That would be cool. Eternal Star is from 1. It's one of the last boards you get. It's like this broken sort of star-looking thing. Also, all the boards have new stuff, which is neat. Like, or at least they have new effects. I think some of the events are still the same, which I appreciate. Because I was when I looked at it, I was worried like, is this just Super Mario Party, but with Mario Party 1, 2, and 3 boards? No, they're adding new stuff.
Yeah, like I've never actually played Mario Party that much, but
my middle brother loves those games, so I've played a lot of them.
Yeah, like again, it's basically just a remastered Mario Party 64. So yeah, it's just a good Mario Party game at the end of the day.
And it's still got a lot of it's a nice mesh of old Mario Party concepts and this newer stuff they added to Super, which Super does add some interesting stuff.
I just wonder how they would choose the top 100. Is it like popularity? Is it their own choice?
They've showed, watching this, because they showed this at Treehouse Live, there were a lot of minigames where, yeah, that's like Honeycomb Havoc, Bowser's Big Blast. I feel like it's going to be a better choice than Top 100, because from what I remember hearing, Top 100 has like mostly luck-based minigames. Which I mean,
yeah, it definitely had. That one was not a great selection.
Yeah.
It was also a weird thing to put in the DS, because the whole point is that it's multiplayer, but that's a single player.
Yeah, it's
mostly.
A weird single player thing, yeah. And it's got online. It's keeping the online Super, which is good.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like all online.
It sounds like they're already fixing the problem that I've heard a lot of people have with Super Mario Party, is that if an online match ends, you have to start the whole board over. But they've like literally shown the trailer. You can save in the middle of the board. So they've already fixed that issue.
Well, I'm glad to hear it basically functions now.
I mean, you say that, but you've seen Nintendo Online. We should be impressed that it basically functions.
I heard that like SNES Online has rollback, which is it's so funny to me that has rollback and Smash just doesn't.
Yeah, although like when me and Green were playing Mario 3, we had a lot of disconnects, a lot of weird ones.
I've never had problems with Mario Kart, which is interesting to me. Mario Kart 8. I don't know what that uses.
That's always good questions, like, because I remember hearing reading that article. It's like, hey, Nintendo's changing their servers. Their old ones used to have stuff for Windows 95.
Yeah, they were around for like a decade or two. So reading that was kind of like, oh, good. Wait, it's been around how long?
I mean, they were probably. I would not be surprised if they were the same servers. I guess it's not television, but stuff like the server for stuff like a few of their Japanese, like, hey, you can put your cart, bring a blank cart and put it in there. Like, there was a service called Nintendo Power for Famicom that you just put in your, like, you went to a store and you put in your cart and it was like it downloaded the game onto there. I think Earthbound was one of those where you could get that one. More of the same dialogue. Let's see, next up, SMT5 got like a very good trailer and a release date. That game looks like it should become a Tensei game. And I'm like listening to my brother who loves Nocturne, point out like, hey, there's that feature from this one. It's like, yep, this is a video. I only played the Persona. I am the idiot that's only played the Persona games. Or sorry, not idiot. That's the wrong word. I was gonna say plebeian, but that doesn't sound right. You know what I mean, though. I've only played the Persona once. I'm trying to think of a word joke and I can't. It looks good, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, for most of these games, it's just stuff that I don't know personally, but looks great. Like SMT, cool. I don't know it. Mario Party, cool. I don't know it. Mario Golf, cool. I don't know him.
That game's out in a month.
Kasuga, cool. I don't know him.
Yeah, that happens. Let's see. So next up, which I thought this was surprising, the Wii, another Wii U port, strangely enough. Fatal Frame Maiden of the Black Water, because that was a Japanese-only Wii U game. I've never played a Fatal Frame game because I am not good at spooky games. But yeah, sure, why not? Another Wii U port. A game we didn't even get, so fair enough.
Well, so like, you know, Wii.
And then really good news. I'm just going off of what Silicon Era has. So next up is WarioWare, the new WarioWare, which has another new weird control style, and the fact that you have selectable characters. That's good. They should look watching Treehouse. It's like all these minigames. Every character can solve this minigame in a very different way, which I was like, that's interesting. Like some characters, like.
So I'm glad they brought the whole cast back because that's just a fun cast. It's just a bunch of fun characters.
I'm trying to think of the examples that they. So like, Wario has a jetpack and can dash into things. So some minigames he'll just be running into everything. But like 18 volts, just is stationary. So he's just shooting at objects and grappling onto them. It's like, yeah, all these minigames. I'm curious to see how many minigames they have. But like, all these minigames will have like small variants depending on what the character you're playing, and that's neat. Let's go back to Blast Tournament now that we have Mega Man's dues.
Alright. I just like the way you added that.
That's why I worded it like that. I mean, you can't see the full armor until you actually get the full armor, but they're there. I'm doing the air dash. Let's see. I mean, can talk about Danganronpa, the Switch ports. That looks. I'm sure the people that like those games are very excited. Like, I'm sure Green is excited. I think that I think like this is kind of an inevitability, like I previously said.
We're talking about Danganronpa?
Yeah, we're talking about Danganronpa. Not Wario. We're done with. Like, I can't really think of much else to say about Wario. I'm excited for it. It's weird that it's cheaper than Super Mario Party All-Star Superstars. That's alright. Wario wears $50. Wario's $50 USD and
Mario
Mario Party is a full $60 game. I thought that was funny.
Talking of which, Monkey Ball, that one's 40.
Yeah, that looks awesome. And apparently it's being done by like what was the former Monkey Ball team, but is now the Yakuza team. Which is such like every time I love like seeing like, oh yeah, the Yakuza team used to be the Monkey Ball team. It's like, yep, they sure are. That's why the Monkey Ball characters show up in the little crane games and all of the Yakuza games.
I didn't know that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very tonally the same, really.
It's
basically the same game.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, that was awesome. Like the fact that it's 1, 2, all the stages from 1, 2, and Deluxe, and assumably all the mini games too. That they showed a bunch off, like Monkey Baseball, and that looks great. And it is coming to other platforms. Sega did confirm that later on that it's coming to Switch or to everything else, including PC, which makes sense because Banana Blitz HD was on PC as well. Also, apparently Sonic and Tails might be in there.
Yeah, they showed that on the website. It's one of those things where they didn't mean to show it yet, I think.
Yeah,
like the Tails thing in Sonic Colors.
I think the same thing happened with Sonic being in Banana Blitz, where it's just sort of, yeah, this is happening, but they didn't actually mean to announce it.
Yeah, again, like, neat extra. Cool.
Yeah.
Definitely will not turn it down. Not bad at all. Danganronpa doesn't actually have a price yet, does it?
I think I've seen that there's a collector's edition, and that's it. And they said that each game's gonna be separate. You can purchase each game separately, even the S on digital font.
Yeah, that one's really cool to me. I love it when collections do that.
Yeah.
I just love seeing good collections like that in general.
But yeah, especially because these are based off of the mobile ports, the recent Anniversary Edition mobile ports. I don't know what they had, but like, yeah. I assume that S will at some point come to Steam as well, given the rest of the games are on Steam. But I don't know. Green has already said that she might do a playthrough of it.
Which is just so funny. That took her like a year to get through them all.
She didn't even get through S or I don't know what it was called in the because that S is a enhanced version of V3's minigames if I remember right. She didn't even get through that because she said at some point she was gonna get through all the bonus content without Laffy, and she never got to it. So I mean, now the bonus content from V3 is a separate minigame, so have fun with that.
I mean, honestly, kind of a hidden blessing, because now it's just better.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. I remember watching Green playing through that stuff, like, wow, this is kind of boring. And it's a lot of the same things happening over and over, especially the board game part. Just a lot of the same stuff happening over and over.
I think it's mostly a thing where it's like built on you liking the characters and getting a lot of those character moments, you know?
Yeah. And it looks like that game's gonna add a lot more character moments.
Yeah, it's very much reliant on that. Definitely not complaining. Think it's pretty cool. Wouldn't recommend it otherwise.
Yeah, it is weird that is a separate game. Like in the long term thinking, given how much fan service that game has, it is weird that it is a separate game. I think I saw that they're even adding characters from Ultra Despair Girls into their which they weren't before.
Yeah, that was really cool. It's sad Ultra Despair itself isn't in there. That's the one disappointment I have. That's the only one I've actually played. I've got to be honest. The others are all watched. I just watched Let's Plays.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the type the violence that game does not make me comfortable. So it's I'm gonna steer away from those.
Yeah.
So I've only really seen Green play through them, but I've at least seen the finales for all three, so I know the basics. I remember when I saw people streaming the PSP version, a translated version of DR1 for PSP. That's how far back I remember that game.
I've heard of those days. It's so fun because it's still a thing for Fire Emblem. I'm amazed that to this day they still have not translated so many Fire Emblem games.
I mean, that's gonna be a lot of translation work. I'm not. It's sad, but it's no, that's hundreds of hours, or at least tens of hours of text.
Yeah, no, but it's basically free money because yeah, it is expensive, but it's a lot easier than making a new game, you know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Fire Emblem, I was they were showing off some stuff for WarioWare, and it's 9 bold stages. There is all a bunch of NES references, and I did see a Three Houses minigame in the the little slideshow. It's hey, here's what his minigames are. It's I think it's based off the T stuff. Really, you have to pick the right choice, which works.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Speaking of Fire Emblem, I figured this would be the right time to transition into Advance Wars. Being developed by Way Forward! That's awesome.
That's so cool. It was another very unexpected but very welcome surprise.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's 1 and 2 and not just 1, because yeah.
Yeah, are there any other games aside from 1 and 2?
There's 2 on the DS. There's one that's more like the GBA ones, and then there's a gritty, dark reboot one that I believe didn't even come out in Japan. Actually, no,
okay,
it did come out in Japan at some point, but it was a DSiWare exclusive. I think you could only get it through Club Nintendo. Yeah, there's Advance Wars Dual Strike, which is the more classic style one, and then there's Days of Ruin, which is the gritty one.
Guess I won't blame them for sticking to just the original 2 then.
Yeah, they might eventually do something with the other 2. But, yeah. Probably hey, let's see how much...
It's still a surprise considering they're remakes. When it's a full-on remake, I would be fine with just just the one of them. That's what I'd usually expect.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't too much difference in how 1 and 2 are, because they're both GBA games. So I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't, with the GBA Fire Emblem, I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't too much different in how they're designed.
Oh yeah, totally. But even so, it's still a big remake from the ground up. It's not taking the original game and editing a bit. It's still making all the graphics, all the cutscenes and that brand new. So it is still very surprising to me. It's very nice to see.
Yeah, I will pick that up probably. Alright.
And then finally it was Zelda.
The Zelda Triad. We had they showed off the first full set of content for the Fire Emblem for the Hyrule Warriors stuff, which that would look cool. I like the Guardian nunchucks that Link had.
I think that's a really cool idea for a weapon, just a whip with a hand at the end of it. Just cool.
Yeah.
Cool as hell.
Yeah, the playable Guardian was also pretty cool.
Yeah, I at first thought that was the only, that was the last reveal. I thought that was the last review.
No, I had a
was
feeling that
like,
they were leading into Breath of the Wild. If they had, like, I had a feeling that it was going to be more than that, because there's no way they would end with, hey, here's some DLC free. No, that's not Nintendo.
it was consumed a bit weird. And then they showed the Game & Watch, which is like...
Yeah, well, they talked about Skyward Sword some more. It's like, yep, that's sure it's coming out.
The $60 Wii port.
That removes the motion controls. I mean, no, it doesn't remove them, but it makes them optional, which is good.
Yeah, it is neat. What they're adding is pretty cool, even if one of them is exclusive to a $25 Amiibo. But, you know... Aye, but then, like, talking of Skyward Sword, that Breath of the Wild 2 footage, it's just going back to Skyward, isn't it?
The Breath of the Wild 2 footage, that looked amazing.
Just looked sick. I can't get too excited because I actually haven't played 1 yet.
I played through 1.
I have it.
It's fun.
I know, so I can't get as excited as it would be, but it really looks like it'll be a good time. Just absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I've just noticed the time and my battery, so I think
I think it might be time to wrap up the stream in general. Although I will give Blast Torrent one more try, and then we'll end the stream. I do want to at least see if I can take him out, because that would mean that we had taken out 4 bosses. We double catfish took out. So I'll try. You can. Thank you for joining. It was really nice talking to you again. I'll
stay on. If you just like giving him one last go, I'll stay on for that. Why not?
Yeah.
The bastard. Anytime I see Hornet now, I can just think. I just think of Valkyrie.
I never finished watching 01, and I still feel. I mean, I know you. Judging by your reaction to the ending, I feel like I shouldn't feel as bad that I missed out on the ending. But it's like I'll go once that comes out on Shout Factory. I will rewatch. I'll watch the stuff that I missed. Well, Saber's been fun so far.
Even if I didn't like how it ended, I am so gonna pick up a Blu-ray. I'm very excited for that. I really hope they do a release of Spookuga and Kamen Rider as well. Those would really make my day.
Sorry, I'm talking to family right now, but yeah. Those look, the new, like the fancy new belts. Yeah, sorry, hold on, let me figure out something real quick, sorry.
Go.
I'm back. So Saber. Wow, Saber looks so much better than I mean, I knew he would look better in motion than in stills, because a lot of these more shinier riders like Hyper Muteki and Genius look better in motion than they do in just regular shots. But like the special effects they put on Cross Saber are just amazing.
It's easily one of the best Final Form debuts, I have to say. It was just, everything about that was hype.
I don't know where they're like now that because basically I don't know where we're gonna go for this, because it's the same problem we had at the end of X-Aid where it's like Cross Saber's way more powerful than than Chronicle. So what are we gonna do?
Well, the thing is, what it reminds me of more is this might for me more is Grand Zeo.
Yeah, Grand Zeo. Yeah, I mean, like Grand Zeo, like they escalate like hyper quick to fight against Grand Zeo, and which I do think was like that was interesting. But I want to see like, are we gonna see like Zulos is still alive? So or no, not Zulos.
Storius, yeah.
Storius is still alive, so we still have to deal with him. But like,
yeah,
what
the last B-boy?
And we're like next. It sounds like next week we're gonna find like we're finally gonna explain what the hell is up with Luna.
Oh boy, Luna. That sure is gonna be interesting. I'm just excited to see more of Tassel.
Yeah,
that's a
Tassel's
character
back.
I always loved.
That was great.
But legit my favourite. Just a lot of fun, that guy.
Also, like yeah, I do like Solomon's. Like every time I hear like the new force, it's like yes. That's such a good like.
Sick diagram, also.
Yeah.
It is very sick.
It reminds like the one book drivers have like both that and not Eternal Phoenix, but I mean more like that and the one for like Jakku Dragon, and those have always been like the coolest ones.
Yeah, just
super
a
hard
big
on that
giant force of the gods. Just,
fear
it's a
is
fucking
coming.
crazy one.
God, get the last one.
I still can't get over that he's played by Genta.
Yeah, that's still a bit like, and he's still doing like the extreme emotions that he did for that character, but extreme evil emotions.
It's just completely different. And you know what's even more insane? Kento's dad, Calibar, he's played by the guy who played Yuzo Fuwa.
Yeah.
So it's completely opposite.
Do you think we're gonna see him? Do you think we're gonna see like Caliber show up again, or do you think it's just gonna be like, or do you think we're just gonna see?
I don't really know.
I mean, he shows up in the intro. The new intro, which I'm glad they finally changed the intro after like most of the series.
It's some really cool shots though. I think Hayato himself, Kento's dad, I think he's done. I think this is like a one-off for him, basically just to gather all swords together and give him resolution. I think they're gonna find a new use of Caliber, but I can't think of who it would be.
There's a certain person.
Maybe Tassel.
I thought Tassel would be a good choice. There's a certain person that keeps talking about power that would probably fit the sword very well. And he keeps getting his butt kicked. I mean, that would be good power. That would be pretty strong power.
Oh, true, it would be. But then who would use his?
He'd probably use both, knowing him.
Maybe. I honestly, like, I kind of want to see a last-minute upgrade for Kento that uses both.
Yeah, that's what I've really been hoping, is that, Kento gets a light and dark sort of. That would be cool. But maybe that'll end up being in a V cinema.
It makes sense. From what I've seen, from like scans, it looks like that Psycho is just going to use both Psycho and the Kuriyami.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then everyone's favorite book. Sorry, I'm bad at remembering names right now because I'm busy. But like the fact that what's his name is getting the Phoenix Sword is like, that is such a cool move. Because he's just been there for most of the series, and he runs the Saber Twitter essentially.
Disaster is one of the funniest things because he's just like so popular now for no reason.
I mean,
it's just like his arc doesn't really have one. He's just there, and he's so fun.
He gives off Momotaro's energy is probably why he's so popular.
Perhaps Momotaro's a bit fucked up.
Yeah. So the character from Heisei Generations What was the name of that Taros?
Utaros.
Yeah, I thought that guy would show up again. He didn't. I thought that was it. Because they sort of like, he doesn't, like, he's sort of left open-ended by the end. It's like, oh, is anything gonna happen to this person? No? Okay.
I think the thing is, he was just like meant to be a normal Imagine, but I think we just kind of feel it's weird he's gone because he's called a Taros.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing with Teddy or whatever the name he gets at the end of the really long weird name he gets at the end of episode. Which episode was that? Was that Red? No, that was Yellow. It's episode no, Yellow was the end one. Must have been episode
it was episode Blue.
Episode Yellow. Also, I beat Blast Hornet. Episode Blue was probably my favorite of that bunch.
I want to rewatch it at some point. I want to rewatch all the new Dino movies because, like, I do like them, but I forgot what I liked about them.
Yeah, a lot of them they all sort of just meld together, especially like the Kiva one and the Decade one. Just sort of like, yep, these. I mean, the Decade one has that one good joke with the fake city, but I don't remember much about anything else about that one.
Yeah, the Decade one was a bit. It happens. It was there.
Did I not beat? Oh, right, because I got boots in this one. Oh, well, it's fine. I thought I beat Old Catfish, but it's fine. That's enough. Good enough to buy more Zero parts. Speaking of weird stuff for this game, this is the first time that Iris shows up. Like, weird. For Mega Man X4, for Xtreme 2, because she doesn't show up until X4, where she dies, and then that scene happens that you've seen probably a bajillion times.
Didn't this come out after X4? It just like chronologically?
I don't know if this came out after X4. Now, let's see.
I'm gonna look that up quickly.
Xtreme 2 came out 2001. Because if it did, why isn't there any X4 fights in here? Like, where's Magma Dragoon? Nope, this came out way after. This came out 2004.
Yeah, 4 years.
This would have been, yeah. Let's see.
I guess it was nostalgia baiting then. Just like, remember all the guys from the first one you loved?
2001. Looks like it would have been X6.
Oh god, definitely don't want any concurrent ones then.
Yeah, actually no, X5 would have come out in the US in 2001, which is my favorite. X6 came out. I think that means I assume X6 would have come out in 2001 in Japan. Yep. No, they both came out the same year in the X5 and X6 came out the same year in the US, which I think explains everything about what was happening in Mega Man during that time. Too many Mega Mans, and then we got no Mega Mans, and now we've got some Mega Mans.
Sometimes that's a treat.
That's a treat. Capcom has said multiple times, like, hey, we're working on something for Battle Network's anniversary, but it's not ready yet due to the pandemic. I assume it's a collection.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. I thought there was just people like really hoping.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I assume it'll. They haven't said exactly what, but they are working on something for the anniversary. And yeah, I'm hoping it is a collection. Because I've never played through those games. That's a true. I played through a bit of 4, 3. I think it was 4. The one that people say is the worst one, which is just my luck. So I think people have said like 1 and 4 are probably the worst of the games. And then it's like, 4. Red Sun and Blue Moon. I definitely remember having both of those. Yeah. Something is dying. I forget. I don't know if you're on your laptop or your phone, but something's dying, and and we've reached the usual time limit. So I think that's enough. I don't know if you do, but do you have anything to promote?
Give me money.
If you just want to say watch commentary, you can. That's what I was expecting you to say. Go watch Ultraman. There's a bunch on. You can easily watch a bunch of Ultraman.
Watch Zenkaiger. Best
Yeah,
show.
what's the?
Best show.
Yeah, watch that. That's amazing. That's such a fun show. That reminds me a lot of Kira Major, where it's just like non-stop ridiculousness and fun. It's fun.
Kira Major was so good, and yet somehow Zenkaiger is even better. I don't know how they do it.
God, you can tell how much I was excited for like last week's episode, because I immediately was like, oh, I have no avatar for this week. For this one, sees the previews with Juran and the sunglasses. Joink.
I loved Majin's outfit because I watched Dynaman recently, and that's basically what Dyna Pink wears.
Yeah, and Gaon's outfit was yellow. Was Yellow's outfit, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was the. That's that's what it looked like. Yeah, that's what it looked. Or sorry, it would be eagle. Or sorry, it would be lion, wouldn't it? Zero lion. They look similar.
Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of get what you're saying now. Bit of the strange.
I mean, it was more like hippie, like blurred look, but it looked similar.
Yeah, there's probably someone that's worn that in Showa. There's probably someone.
And like watching. Sorry, we're gonna keep rambling about Power Ranger, about Super Sentai and Kamen Rider if we don't stop. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't want whatever you're talking to me over to die. So.
Yeah, I do need to charge soon, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. We should probably end though.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. For those who are new, I normally stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 to 6 Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday, Thursday is normally a playthrough. Currently is Mega Man Xtreme 2. Friday is normally Final Fantasy. Currently is Final Fantasy 13. Sunday we'll be switching around. So Floor Jump Fiesta is coming soon. Or I've actually got my stuff. It's gonna be an interesting run this year because I made some regrets. But yeah, I will be doing that Sunday. I'll start that Sunday, and then I'll be doing that Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday when I'm not doing Borderlands. After I finish Xtreme 2. Yeah, so Floor Job Fiesta will be after I finish Xtreme 2 Tuesday, Thursday, and then Sundays. Yeah, and that's gonna be an interesting run this year because, like I said, I made a regretful choice in picking my run this year because I picked a run that is specifically designed to be very difficult. You'll see. Oh god. And then Borderlands 2 is whenever, which I already said. If you like what you watched, you can follow, and if you really like what you watched, you can subscribe. You get access to multiplayer sessions. Can't speak game free to play through, and these nice emotes that you see on screen. Current sub goal is 20. At 20, I'll play through some modded Doom. Currently, that is at 3. 3 now, I forgot that it's at 3. Discord. If you want to talk about Kamen Rider Super Sentai, there's the Discord and Ultraman, because that's basically mostly what that Discord is used at this for, which I'm fine with. Let's find someone to host. You know what? This feels fitting. We're gonna host Flarga, who's currently playing some Super Metroid Randomizer. See everyone on Thursday. I will be doing my tournament stuff, so I will be doing a muted stream of that. And if you don't catch that, see everyone on Friday for Final Fantasy 13. Until next time, good night, everybody.